Hello, everybody. Those are like investigator. Hello, huh? Everybody. Those are like investigator. Okay. Okay, good. So, guys, by the way, I apologize. I have not dyed my roots, so it's looks like there's a little hole, like it's just white hairs. Okay. So, oh my God. Wow. So, guys, okay. Wait, I'm sorry. My desk is such a mess right now. I'm gonna get my cards. Okay. Just so, guys, okay. I've been, as you know, it's been kind of an intense week for me. As you know, I'm going through all these things. I don't want to get into it, to be honest with you, because I feel like I did have a kind of like a breakdown on Friday, and then I overshared. It's a long story. Overshared, and then I felt terrible because people started emailing me. Long story. Like emailing me with telling me about the listings, and I got mad. Long story. It doesn't matter. So it's so when I'm ready to tell you, when I know 100%, so I'll tell you I'm well, but I do need this time, you know what I mean, to kind of to like figure out where, anyway, as you know, it's transition time. Okay. So anyway, so that's the story. But I have not been paying attention to the news. I've been so, busy with different things. And I do, like I said, guys, I appreciate that you understand. I did need a little break, okay, because it was, too emotional. And I think when you're that emotional, it's not, it's good to step back. So anyway, but I saw um, today I saw informations. I just saw the news because, guys, this is interesting. Okay, so I teach a class. I've taught a class twice this year. That is a class to learn how to do visions, right? So, so at the last class ended, I think it was July or August. I don't remember exactly. So because I've been dealing with so much, guys, I was like, I need help. I need the informations from. So then I got my students together. Yeah, I a couple of them, and then there's one session today, one tomorrow, so that we can ask questions, kind of exchange readings. So they helped me a lot, actually, because I taught them to do what I do. It's kind of interesting. It worked out very well. So anyway, so I just had a session with them, and then I saw the news about Bannon. I was like, wow, how great, so great. So I just think we have to, guys, I do not have a cake. I do not. It's okay. You understand, right? I don't have a cake, but but um but we're celebrating Bannon, huh? No, sad for him. I'm not sad, huh? For him, sad for him. I'm not sad, huh? For him, sad, huh? For him. I'm not sad, huh? For him. Sad for Bannon, eh? Sad for him. Guys, finally something moving. Okay, let me get another other cards here. Okay. But I want to know, so good, so good. So then the articles were saying the next one, because Mark Meadows, he did not show up or whatever. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. So they're like, oh, you're next. Oh, you're next. So it'd be so nice to know, So, oh, is that right? Did I say that beginning with the beginning of the end? So that's right. So I want to know, guys, I love it. I love it. And I want to know how's Trump feeling right now, huh? President, happy about it, huh? He's happy about it, huh? Mm-hmm. Because guys, honestly, I almost feel like Bannon. He's so out of it already. He's basically a zombie. Guys, remember how there was a hole? There was a hole in the White House when Trump was there. Like there was a lot of holes underneath the ground. I feel like, honestly, I bet he lives in hell. Don't you think? He lives in hell and he comes sometimes. That's what it looks like. He looks like he's already dead. He's like out there burning hell, comes out sometimes, goes back to hell. You know, that's what it feels like. So anyway, so finally, so then apparently he's going to show up in prison, not in prison, whatever, like in front of the judge. So he's gonna show up there, like, ha ha ha. And okay, guys. And the other thing, I couldn't even like pay attention to much, and I know it's for another day. The whole like this week, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Talk about fake crying. The kid was fake crying. Don't you think? I was like, whoa, I fake cry, guys, but I'm a much better actor than he is. Don't you think? Kyle Rittenhouse is a terrible actor. Don't you? Okay, did anybody buy into this, the crying that he did? The Kyle Rittenhouse crying. He was so he was like, it was like a person getting ready to die. Like, come on, dude, like really like that. It was so bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Did you like okay. So okay, like the whole Kyle Rittenhouse trial is extremely upsetting in so many levels. Okay, the judge. Let's not even get started with that. Okay, how awful, how awful. So then to have this news is so great because it was kind of, this week was pretty annoying. Okay, to be honest, like I said, I'm not even trying to follow the news because I can't. I'm so busy with my drama. Okay, my drama. Like my drama, my situation, kind of a lot of whatever. So I was like, I can't even with this, but this news of Bannon is very good. Okay, so me do protection. I like to ask for protection. Little for real life coming on top of my head, huh? As I breathe in, I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. Step into it. Step into it. I feel protected. Step into it. I feel connected. I like to ask that in front of my house. I'm only from the higher sources that it creates the good, huh? And only the good, huh? Good for the good people. Good for the good people. Okay. So how's President? Huh? Is he feeling good? Huh? He's feeling good right now. No, I don't know where to start. Okay. Okay. Like how where do we even start? Okay, we start with let's see how Trump is feeling. I want to know because the whole story is that he's like, I'm gonna ask for, was it executive privilege? Even though I did not work in the White House for years, uh it's executive privilege. Yeah. Hmm. No, no. Okay. So what's going on? What's going on with Trump? Trump, I see that his face is white. Oh. Guys, remember, this is like as you guys know, I've been telling you like for a long time. The only thing that works is justice. Like the only thing is going to work to stop is put people, not just people, put people, but they go after them. So I see that finally Trump was like, oh, because guys, if the guy he does this shit and he gets away with it, because this is like, it doesn't take even people who are good people, like if they can get away with shit, they will. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, like that's how it is. Like so Bannon and Trump, who are terrible people, as we know, like this is even more important, okay, for them. Okay. Even more important. So okay, so like guys, I it's good to see you too. Like I was just like a last minute thing. I explained at the beginning of the video, okay. I don't want to be too long again because today I am taking the week off. Is my life is kind of a mess. No, really. It's been an intense week, but I'm feeling much better. Okay. I tell like I said, I'm not gonna overshare like I did before because I had a breakdown on Friday, basically, right? I cut off the beginning, right? I think I did the video because I was like, whatever, long story. But the point is like, I'm still until December is gonna be like this because I'm gonna have to move. So I am definitely gonna, long story. But the point is like, now let's go back to Bannon. Like I said, Trump is like suddenly he's like, because finally somebody does something, because those people, guys, if nothing's done, they win. And what is he gonna do, right? Like this is not so simple. So he's like, okay. And then the other thing I get immediately is that he's like, his instinct is to be like, I've never seen him, I don't know him, because it's like his whole life he's gotten away with everything, right? So it's in his mind, it's like, no, I never get caught, nothing ever happens to me. It's more like, and this is, you know what I mean, like he's just really like, I don't know. It's just in him. Like he's like, I don't know him. It's not my fault. It was him. It wasn't me. I have nothing to do with it. He's already like justifying and saying that I don't know him. It's nothing. I don't know. So that's Trump. He's like, no, I don't know him. I saw him once. I mean, whatever. Like he's already like this, okay. But he's scared. Okay, he's scared. Now, let's go to. I don't know that okay. Let's go to now. I want to do Mark Meadows because that's today. Mark Meadows said no, me not going. Now what's gonna happen to you, ho? This is what's gonna happen to you. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows. Ooh, where are you? Hi. I'm here to serve. You coming? You going to jail now, ho? Ho? Mark Meadows. Is that you? I see you. Is that you over there? A little rat? Is that you? Okay. So, okay. So what's he's like, and I see, guys. It's funny. I got these words in Portuguese. Frio na barriga. It's like when you have a something not in your gut. It's like a cold. What is it called? Like something in your stomach. Feel something in the pit of your stomach, right? It's a cold in your belly. That's the translation. But it's like he's like, oh, something. He feels something in his belly, like a little esquerda, a little esquerda. He's like, oh, hmm, hmm. And he's like, and I swear, he's like, oh, but Jesus wanted me to do this because he's saying, I swear, he's like, the apocalypse is coming. Apocalypse is coming. I'm here. Jesus is helping me. Jesus is holding my hand right now. Jesus hold my hand. Jesus hold my hand as I go to prison because I'm here to. He's like, I swear, he's like, oh my God, so weird. He's like, I am an important person because I'm bringing on the apocalypse. Like seriously, you know how they have? I don't quite understand. I don't even want to understand the whole thing that they think the world is ending and that like we're preparing for rupture and that President he's helping rupture. He helping rupture. He helping rupture. So he thinks he's like he has a front row seat to the rupture, whatever that is. But I think he's gonna go to prison. No rupture is gonna happen. Yeah. So sad. I sang a sad for him. I'm not sad, huh? For him. Sad, huh? For him. I'm not sad. For him. Sad, huh? For him. I'm not sad not sad for him. Are you sad for him? Not sad for him. I'm not sad for him. No, no. So he's like, he's thinking that. He's like, no, but Jesus is gonna help me. Jesus is gonna do. Jesus is gonna help me. Jesus is like this, okay? So okay, so then I see guys handcuffed. He's gonna be indicted the same way. He's gonna be handcuffed. But I feel like he's gonna even try to like backtrack, but it's not gonna work. He's gonna have to go to prison. I love, and his guys, Bannon is rough. Bannon is a creature of hell. Like, he's almost like, guys, I imagine the hell. It has like people like him. People like him, they're like, you know what I mean? Like insects of hell. That's Bannon. So but the funny thing is Mark Meadows, he thinks he's above. He's like, oh, those righteous Christians, like the evil righteous Christians. Oh, I'm just like, yeah, if you know how they are, like, oh yeah, I care about Jesus, but children could die of starvation. It's not my problem, right? Like, it's because they wanted it. Yeah, I'm pro-birth. But then you're born. Sorry. Sorry. So he's like one of those people. Okay. So I just see that the funny thing, that's why, because I really do believe that he thinks he's like above. What's funny is that he thinks he's above Bannon. I think so, but I'm not like one of those low life people. No, you are, ho. You are with them. You are. He thinks he's above. He's like, no, I'm not one of them. I'm really not. I'm not. No, you are. You are. That's exactly who you are. And you guys, who I see that's so funny? Wasn't okay. Okay, wasn't he friend? Okay, so okay, you know what I get? Okay, so I get this like I got them before. Okay, that Elijah Cummings is like, yeah, he's gonna go on a different path. He's gonna go to straight hell bus. Straight hell bus. He's laughing. He's laughing. He's like, well, I told him. Elijah Cummings is like, well, that's how you learn. You know what I mean? That's how you learn. Oh yeah, because he was friends. I don't understand how he was friends with this guy, but Elijah Cummings. I mean, and then like he's worse than the worst. Okay, I'm sorry. Like that's okay. So, but then he's like, he has this, and I see that Elijah Cummings is kind of like on the other side. He's like, he's seen a lot. He's like, oh, I see from this side, like the stuff that I don't know. It's not that he was like fooled by him, but they have this religious. almost like religious vocabulary in common. Okay, and he was kind of open-minded, Elijah Cummings, because I don't know how I could be friends with that guy, whatever. But anyway, so sorry, I have to touch up makeup here. It's bothering me. This line is very thick. Anyway, so anyway, so like Elijah Cummings was like kind of like laughing at what's gonna happen to him. That he's gonna get off his high horse, kind of thing, feeling like he really thinks that he's, because he's quote unquote religious. What those evangelicals like, oh, I'm here, he's like using the word of God to like commit crimes. It's not gonna, it's not cute. It's not cute. Okay, so I see, guys, he's gonna go to prison. Okay, I see that I see, guys, and also when I see this image of the prison, like the steel doors clocking, the loud noise, he's in there. He goes to prison. He's like, and like, okay, so, and then I feel like once they are in, guys, once you're in prison, and even if I don't think that, honestly, I don't think that him and Ben are gonna go to some hardcore prison, okay, but still, they're gonna be like, because when they realize that like Trump is not, I think Bannon is different, because Bannon is not like, he's not, you know what I mean? He's not like one of those, like, he doesn't pretend to be like a man of God or whatever. You know what I mean? He's not like, oh, let me tell you how you should live your life because I am a righteous man. Like, he's not like that. At least you could give him that. So, so that's what's great about Mark Meadows, is that he does like, and when guys, and I see that there's gonna, how the whole, another thing is the lawsuit in Georgia for the elections. There is more to come. And I feel like if Mark Meadows goes to prison, then he's going to be in a position where he's going to want to testify against Trump, because he realizes once he goes to prison that Trump does not. It's like Trump, if you go to prison, you work with him, he pretends like, I don't know him. I don't know him. No, he did it because he wanted to. I never told him anything. I never said that he should do it. So they all get, they all get with it. Okay. So that's, yeah, I see he's going to go to prison. I say 18 months, because I think there's more, and it's just the beginning, guys. And because the thing is, once you're locked up like that, you're in a it's very difficult. You're in a tough position, and the feds could be like, bitch, you're in here. Do you want to stay longer? Because he's involved in all these crimes. So it's much easier once they're locked up to get him to like to collaborate. Okay. So this is it. Okay. So then Mark Meadows also. Another person that I see is Steve, what's his name? The beautiful man, beautiful Stephen Miller. I see that he's going to try to do the same thing, just do this for street cred. And I think, guys, I'm hoping, and that like it's going to be hell for him, because he's not, guys, okay, imagine Stephen Miller in a prison. Okay. And I hope, guys, I hope that he goes to like a real hardcore prison, because I see like Latino and African American gangs guys, if I were like in prison, if I were like a gang, I would totally want to beat them up. I would want to beat them up anyway. But don't you think if you're like in a prison and you're like, you know what I mean? It would be like street cred to beat them up. You know what I mean? So I see that Stephen Miller. And guys, the whole thing, apparently Stephen Miller, is that he was like in a high school that had Latinos in it or something like that. And he was like, he hates, I don't know, there's some story like that. I don't remember the details, but something like that. So it's going to repeat itself, but much worse, that he thought he was bullied by Latinos, something like that. I don't remember the story, something like that. So sad for him. He's going to prison, and it's not going to be popular in prison. It's like prison, it's more than like putting some stuff on Twitter. You know what I mean? It's a a little tougher. And I don't think that the white supremacists love him. Like, what I mean? There's not like Aryan brother who's going to be like, hey, let's protect Stephen Miller, because technically he's Jewish. Okay. Like, right. Isn't that a thing? Even if you call yourself white supremacist, but you're not technically like Aryan, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay. So like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like those people are so stupid. Like, how? Because then they see reality. You know what I mean, guys? Those people are it's so easy for them to be like in like whatever ivory tower they exist in, where they don't deal with like actual like general population. You know what I mean? Like the population of the prison, like, and you like respect them. You know what I mean? Like I want to see him say to them in prison. When you're in prison, tell them to their face what you say on Twitter. No. Are you afraid you had a problem? You have a problem? Huh? Like, you got a problem here? I believe we have a problem here, huh, Mr. Skinny, white supremacist, like whatever, you know what I mean? I don't think Stephen is Steve Miller. What his name is? Stephen Miller. I forgot his name. Remember? Okay, his wife is Mexican. Okay. They say he's Jewish. Whatever. She Latina girl. But you see his girlfriend. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, wife. Rosemary's Baby is the child. Okay, his child is Rosemary's Baby. That's who. Imagine, guys, who got the child. Rosemary's Baby is the name of the child. Okay, guys, that movie was so scary. I never want to see it again. The movie. Rosemary. Oh, yeah, I know the child was it whose baby? Rosemary's Baby. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, 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 okay. Now I love it. Okay, now let's continue loving it. So now, guys, what happens? Because all these people have to testify. So this is what I was telling you. Now suddenly things change. Oh yeah, because they don't have bar to like help him out anymore. And did you see the okay? Now I can shedding page here. Let's go here in 1 second. Okay, wait, what? Okay, so bookmarks. Oh yeah, no, what? I'm sorry. It's been a little while. Oh, okay. Wait, sorry. What do I? Oh, and did you see the okay? Okay, what did I want to share? I wanted to share. Oh, the news. That's it. Sorry, I need to go back to the news. Okay, 1 second. History. Where was okay? Steve Bannon. Okay, because it's probably going to show. I love the New York guys, and the Washington Post is really the best newspaper. If you want to subscribe to something, that's the one that is always the best. Okay, so now I'm going to share the screen. Okay, this one. Okay, share. Okay. All right, so here we are. Steve Bannon indicted after refusal to comply with subpoena. Okay, so Hannah. Attorney General Merrick Garland said the charges reflect Justice Department's commitment to show the American people by word and deed that the department adheres to the rule of law, follows the facts of the law, and pursues equal justice under the law. Guys, I can't believe he's 67. I mean, wow. Okay. So, okay, just 1 second. Okay, so then okay. The other one, former Justice Department official Jeffrey Clark appeared for a closed-door interview with the panel last week, but he refused to answer questions about whether Trump attempted to use the department to overturn the election. So anyway, I'm saying this. I don't know, guys. It's just good to kind of especially when we're asking about something like this. Let's see. Stop share. So I want to know. So what else is Merrick Garland planning about these people? Do they have? He's like called Nancy. He's like, and even guys, even Republicans, he's like, whoever does not show up, tell me, because I'm going. It's like this is not acceptable. He's like, this is ridiculous. These people are making it's true. They are like making fun of all of us. Every citizen, they're like, haha, I can get away with this. They're testing what they can get away with. So every time guys, it's saying that the DC, I think it's sort of like the equivalent of like the Manhattan Correction Center. They're going to have a wing of Trump people soon, just because the ones that like, so they're going to, have a lot of people that are going to go to prison for this. It's just the beginning, because they're going to prison, so prison. And as you see, guys, those people that showed up in the whatever January 6th, they're not that tough. Like, oh yeah, they don't really do. They're not gonna. I'm sorry, like no. So like, so that's it. But I feel like he's almost like on automatic, not automatic pilot, but it's like whatever. If they don't show up, let's just indict them by. They don't wait. And it's saying that the reason why it took a little while is because they had to get the grand jury together. And it's a very simple case. It just didn't show up. Okay. So I have a question. So how like Bannon was saying, oh, but Executive privilege. So Trump said the same thing. So is it going to work for Trump? What does this mean for Trump? Like, okay, it's saying it's over. It's over. Because it's saying that once these people, because the thing is, those people is like, what is it called? The thing where they say there's no justice among thieves. No, is that no loyalty among thieves? So it's like when they realize that Trump is not helping them, and they're like, what? I can't believe it. So they start to like, that's when they get really angry. Why am I the only one who's going down? This is ridiculous. I'm not. So they start to want to like get ahead of each other. Like, you know what I mean? They want to tell out whoever they think wronged them, because they're not supposed to pay for consequences. They're not supposed, they're gonna pay for anything. Oh, there's nothing wrong. Just because, you know, honestly, they got used to getting, and it's like they got so much pleasure out of committing crimes and like lying constantly. So that's the story. Now let's find out. Okay, so what's going on with so yeah, that's what about Trump, and I see, guys, and I see this image of breaking the glass. So if there was like some kind of like glamour associated with Trump or like invisibility, it's over, because he can't, it's like, yes, he was able to pardon people, but not anymore. He's not the president anymore, and he doesn't have the money anymore, and it's like once he gets stressed about something, okay, he's like, he's afraid. He's really afraid now. And then I see now Jared like, because right, they're gonna have to do something, and it's like, and if they lie, they're gonna go down. It's not just like you have to show up and you have to talk. You know, it's not like, it's not just like one thing. So tell me about Trump. Okay, plans, aggression, interesting. Emperor is like, I also think it could be the Russian thing, whatever that's, you know. Now let's see here. Okay, so coffin for him, set for him. The end of his dream. Because okay, the law is here. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's like that. Hi, my name is Mary Garland. I stop your plan. I stop your plan here. And you are powerful people, or like the people that like are being protected by Trump's victory, upside down. Angry. That's right, you're angry. Big deal. The party's over. Okay. So this is it. Now, what is guys, what does it mean for like people like, you know, Paul Gosar or like Lauren Boebert, all those people who are working, because this is just like, the whole thing is, of course, they're all trying to like obstruct justice, right? So this is just part of the same case of them too. Like they have to be investigated, right? So what does it mean for Lauren Boebert and right, like those types of people? What does it mean for them? And I see this interesting image, guys. Water, like water, they're underwater. Is that, what is the expression? Somebody to be underwater. It's like they're sinking. Let's see here. Okay, so underwater expression. You owe more on your property than it's worth. Interesting. Underwater definition: lying, growing, worn, performed, or operating below the surface of the water. Okay, so underwater, that's right. So I guess they were doing the thing. I think it's more like that, like they were doing something behind the scenes that was very shady. Okay, so yeah, they're like interesting. So then they're underwater and then they come to the surface. So whatever they were doing underwater comes to the surface. So they're naked, kind of like the naked emperor, like the emperor's no, but it's sort of saying that whatever you did, now it's exposed. And when you don't have Trump, because it's saying this game they're playing is always like propaganda game, right? There's always, they're all there repeating the same thing, protecting each other. But if they're isolated, this is what happens, you know, in the investigations. They isolate, they put one person in one room, the other in another room. So like, so what happens is like once they separate them, swamp, exactly, the swamp. Once they separate them, it's like, oh, you don't have, they, because they're, guys, I especially, I told you before, Boebert, she was basically like some kind of escort, whatever it is, like, you know, she's a fed things to say. So if she doesn't have the helper, whoever is like, you're telling her what to say, like it's difficult. Okay, so you can't, you know, there's only so much you can do, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So okay, Sorry for her. Sorry for her. So, okay, so what is it, guys? It's saying that this works. It's saying put people, it's saying this, like just put people in, put them in prison. It works. That's magic. Magic effect. Okay. Okay. So, okay, guys. So sorry, guys, again, sorry because I just was like a last minute thing. I saw this thing and I wanted to do it. It's not gonna be like like the regular stuff that I do. Okay. Just as you know, I don't need to explain it again, right? Like it's okay. So anyway, so it's just like so wow. Okay, so that's it. It's like once you start putting them in prison, it ends. It's not complicated. Because it's saying that, okay, so why is that? Why does it change? Because they don't have anything, like justice is the final countdown. It's saying justice is the, you can be both sides. You can be like, oh, one's gonna put you in prison, you're gonna, no, justice is one side and it's truth. Like in the sense that a person goes to prison, they go to prison, like you're not gonna, there's nothing that can deny the fact that a person is imprisoned, right? So, and and then I don't know if it's a question or devil's advocate. What about the guy John Dern? You know what I mean? Like he found like some person that was lying to the Russian, whatever, like something like that. So they say that's bullshit. You know that they were trying to create some story. The whole purpose of the John Dern thing is to create some story, but that pales in comparison to the stuff that we all saw on television. Like that was real. You can't deny. And it's saying the problem for the Republicans, like, what? If there's justice and they go to prison, it's real. That's what they care about, the world, like you know, so it's kind of like this whole world of lies. They want to create a world where truth doesn't matter or doesn't exist. But now they're like, what? The truth is coming. Like, what? No, we have to create some like narrative. Just say that. But it's like, no, you can't. It's like when justice comes, it means like it's the end. Like that's it. Okay. So that's very interesting. Now, is it going to continue? Okay. I'm not gonna, okay, guys, I'm not gonna like respond too much on this thing, okay? Just a reminder, okay, this is about January 6th. Like whoever is like another member of the Trump administration is not on January 6th. That's what this is about. Like, let's not try to like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna, pay attention. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, this is the facts. Like, yeah, I'm sure all kinds of people should be indicted, but that's not the point, and that's not the time. We're talking about something very specific, which is January 6th commission and the people that are there. You know what I mean? So it's one thing at a time, and that's what we're discussing here, the people that were being investigated on under that thing. So okay, so again, that's just like right now. Okay, for now, there's a lot of crimes, as we know, they have committed, the entire administration. But I think it's important, especially in moments like this, to focus on what is actually happening right now. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think. Because then, you know what I mean? No, seriously, guys, because then it's like, oh, I'm sure all kinds of people, really, like almost every person should be indicted because I'm sure they have all. But I think, and this is like, it's important, especially for us who are more Democrat leaning, that like we focus on what the Democrats are doing, not what they should do, or you know what I mean? Like, so that it gains momentum. We're repeating the thing that's happening. So this is the most important thing right now because it's happening, because it's in Congress, because you know what I mean? Like that's it. So not to say that something later is not, I'm sure there's all kinds of things happening. So, but let's go back to this thing that is guys, I think I've told you before. That's the other thing. I need to talk about this too. You know how I said before from the beginning, ever since even voting rights and everything, that the thing that Republicans fear the most is this commission. That's their number one fear because it exposes what they have been doing all along. It holds them accountable. And remember how like they didn't want it to happen, they make fun of it, right? So given that, this is going to have a huge impact, you know, what I mean? Like a huge impact. Okay, Wow, Joe, excellent that you went. Okay, so anyway, okay, so like huge impact. So let's talk here. So what is good? How is this going to impact the GOP? Because of course they've been trying to block this for a long time. So how are they gonna? They're like, oh no, because again, guys, they were, and I swear we know this. They were trying to do something similar again. Their plan was to continue to deny Democrats, and and we know, guys, the media is always like, "Well, Democrats, I'm sorry. Look at Biden, look at Kamala." Oh, I'm sorry. It's not working, is it? No, it's not working. It's not working. Good luck. Was it good luck, Biden, with your little plan? They're making fun of everything. Like they're constantly like on top of everything, right? They make fun of everything that Biden does, and so now, you know what I mean? It's like, because guys, honestly, and again, it's not that I'm like it's very Republican in some ways to like attack the media, but you know how they're basically rewriting the whole thing. Oh, look at Democrats are losing everything. They're doing this. Oh my God. So now everything, it's very hard for them to rewrite this to say that nothing is happening, right? Like to say whatever they're saying. And so like it's excellent. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. No, really, it's beautiful. Because now what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? Okay. And especially like I was telling you guys, the Kyle Rittenhouse week is just like such a joke with that judge and all that. Like it's like it's very upsetting, the whole thing, that we see. So now it's like, well, guess what? You're not gonna get away with this bullshit, okay? Okay. So okay, so okay. So all right, okay. So wow, interesting. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so let me continue here. Oh my God. So how what okay, so Kevin McCarthy, guys, they're so upset. They're like, but we're winning the narrative. But what about Kevin, guys? He's gonna have to test. Guys, I don't. Okay, by the way, I have a question. And how does it work with them? Because they're part of the House. They don't have to. Then is the Department of Justice. They move, guys. They're gonna move to the Department of Justice. There's something like that. Like that you can't. Right. It comes to the point where it becomes very awkward. And that's why they're saying there's investigations already into like all these Republicans. And Kevin McCarthy has lied to the FBI or something like that. So they're all, guys, they're all gonna go down. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say everybody involved in this thing is likely to go down, I believe. Okay. So especially the ones, so what does this mean? Guys, those people again, because they get so crazed with, that's why this information is huge for them, because that's how their ego pumps up. When they're like, puffs up like, oh, I can get away with this shit. I can lie. Nobody's gonna catch me. So they continue to repeat the lie, like, no, nobody's gonna. And so then when this happens, it's like, what? And I see, guys, and for some reason I see Tucker Carlson like, and he's like, honestly, it's such a weird image. It's saying, it's almost like a rose. This is a message for you, just to tell people that it's saying like Tucker Carlson is going to go on his program and tell people to start the civil war. Because those right wingers, they say that start the civil war now, start now. And he's going to even be saying that he's going to be indicted for like, basically, I forgot the name. It's something like enticing people to become violent. There's a law, something like that, because he is going to go in his program. He's going to tell people like, because, and I see all these like extremist groups, they believe that like he is one, he's the one of the kings or something, telling them what to do. So they're like, he's going to be like, let's start the civil war, let's show them. But I think even Tucker Carlson is going to go down, and it's like, it's not like it's over. Like it's going to show that like it's not, they're not going to get away with this. Okay. So you know what I mean? So it's gonna be, and I again, they're, and guys, that's what I think. And it's funny, guys. I didn't want to do the Kyle Rittenhouse thing because it's so upsetting to me. The kid like, it's just so fake. He killed two people. He killed, and they're trying to say to paint him as like a saint. He's out there defending, and it's like, so what about the two people that died? Like, I just think that there's so much money around him because they're like, you know what, this, and guys, look at the history of like the KKK and lynchings. There was that, like, people would kill They would kill and like get away with it, and like because there would be so much cover up, right? So like look at it now. You look at this guy, guys. And by the way, I saw. Did you see? Notice him? He's a serious. He's gonna kill again. If he's that, he's probably not gonna. I don't. Do I want to look at it? Because it's obvious he's gonna get off. Don't you think? Kyron, how's it? The judge? Just quick. I just wanted to quickly because I don't want to get into like it's okay. So tell me about this. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I think there's gonna be I don't know guys if this is possible, but I feel like there's gonna be a federal indictment. I don't know how that is because he crossed state lines, didn't he? I think it's something else. I don't think it's so simple. I feel like the Department of Justice could intervene. Okay, and I see that crossing straight lines makes it a federal. Is it true? I don't know, guys. I really don't know the details. It's a federal crime. Is this true? I don't know. For those of you who know this stuff or paying attention to this, I'm not particularly. So he can be tried, like because and there was like some kind of like a. Okay, so let me just because I see him though. He's like he thought for that he was really gonna get away with this, and maybe he'll get away for this first trial, but I see him in front. He's like, I'm gonna get away. And then he's like inside of a prison. He's like inside of his jail cell. And again, the gangs in the prison are not gonna love him. Okay. And he's very like with a lot of these people, they're very tough when they have guns. You know what I'm saying? They can't do stuff like with their. So I see that. Okay, so what happens with okay, Rittenhouse. Okay, look, everybody's happy, the family, okay. There's money. Okay, happy public. Okay. Okay, now people drinking the Kool-Aid, they're happy, upsetting. Okay, Roy. Okay, so that's it. They're gonna celebrate it. It's gonna be like, wow, so great. Now, conversation of an attack. Okay, facade. So is it gonna be indicted by the federal government later? What's gonna happen later? Oh, the devil. The devil. Oh, create painful ending. Okay, this is the moon. So it's saying that telling me the devil has short lies have short legs. So it's not gonna work so well. Okay, deal. The deal with the child is gonna be cut. So maybe if you know how they're trying to negotiate some kind of deal where he's like goes for a lesser sentence, something like that. The travel is sick, like I think could be crossing the state lines. There's money paid for him. So they're looking into like this grace for him. Yeah. So lies are exposed. So it's saying that even guys, the whole thing that they're doing now, where they're like creating this like media campaign, there's so much money behind him. We are like too, the travel card again like this. So it's like they're trying to create this thing. It's gonna backfire. It's okay. So, okay, because they know again, I think Merrick Garland is very aware of this, like the whole gang-like activity surrounding you guys. The guy who was in. Okay, is it okay if I'm changing this? So just talk about it. The guy who was in the trial testifying works for Bannon. It's like, come on, the whole thing is a joke. This trial, okay. A quick question: what about that judge? Okay. The judge is a buddy. It's a buddy. It's one of their buddies. No, they're gonna have to change the trial. They're gonna put it somewhere else. I don't, guys. Honestly, I don't think Maragon's gonna let it slide. And I think it's gonna be finally. I see accountability. Accountability. Finally. Okay, so what can we expect next week and next about the whole Bannon thing? More people are gonna be indicted for contempt. Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows. Okay, so who else and what else? All these people, things are going to change. Guys, some people are going to try to escape the country, but they're not going to be, even like Stephen Miller. Is he going to go to Mexico? You think he's going to try to escape to Mexico? Oh, no. So, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, guys, I love it. Wow. Okay. Sorry, my hair, I didn't do my roots. So it's kind of my mess, but it keep touching it. But anyway, so wow, it's interesting, guys. Why? So that's it. It's saying it's beginning. Yeah, and I see, guys, interesting. The image of this Grazia, this castle falling apart. Castle falling apart. Oh, I'm gonna put a scarf. It's better. Castle falling apart. So much better, much better. And so yeah. So I don't think they're gonna have a Okay. Much further to go. That's it, guys. But that's what they're saying. But do you think, do you think these people are actually like, they're not going to do much? They just show up with their guns. But if they're indicted, it's not so simple, okay? Okay, so, all right. So, okay, so, okay. So, all right. So guys, I'm answering the questions again about if you like, why don't they like, it's like, don't like wishful, it's not like wishful thinking, you know what I mean? Like it's slow and it's not so simple. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Sorry. I don't have an answer. I don't know. Take it, like, don't get, it's like, take it easy. It's not going to be, it's not so simple. It's not so easy, right? Clearly. But don't fall into also don't get into like outrage propaganda. You know what I mean? Okay, like, okay, you can stop. Okay, I'm gonna delete this, Morrissey, just 1 second, okay? Because you know what it is? Okay, this is why I'm gonna remove this, okay? And I love you guys. It's not that. It's more like the right wing is always pushing this idea of like the Civil War. This is not new. They do it every day. So don't spread their talking points. You know what I mean? That's what I think in general. Just don't say like, oh, they're saying this. Don't post it what they're saying because you amplify their talking points. You know what I mean? Just don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that you like, does it make sense? Like, I just feel like don't repeat what they're saying. Don't get into the mind games of like, they're gonna do this. They're just criminals and they're gonna go down. But if we're like, they're saying this, they're saying that, they're saying that, then you kind of like whip up, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I just rather ignore everything they say because I know they're just trash. Okay. Like, of course they've been saying this for a long, this is their whole thing. The whole right wing is always about like, we're gonna have a civil war. Everywhere they say this. But you know what? Like the ragtag people, they were not able, they failed basically at their attempts to like, sorry, I do makeup, I talk about, but they really failed at their attempt to like take down the country. They failed. And that's what we have, we have to repeat it. Like they failed when they tried, like they failed. That's it. Okay. So you know what I mean? That's it. Like I said, guys, I love Morrissey. She was wonderful. But you know what I mean? Like, guys, it's more like, again, we're living in a time when like those people control like the talking points. You know what I mean? Like, no, Morrissey, it's okay. It's okay. We know that it's like, it's more that like, don't, like, just because we don't want to like, and they're gonna go all the way. They're gonna go all the way with this thing. They're gonna go all the way. They're gonna go all the way. This thing. Okay, so okay, like, so okay. And again, guys, I came today just to share the thing about Bannon because I know I'm in the middle of this like kind of intense time, so I can't. Okay, but still, I feel like like we have to take them seriously, but not too seriously. Because like, I don't know, just have to, kind of now trust just, I think I don't doubt, what I mean? I don't doubt that they like, I mean, guys, look at this people, the right wingers, like white supremacists, they constantly say these things, like, oh, we're gonna take down the country, we're gonna stop this, but we can't, it's almost like they want us to be afraid and they want us to be like worked up about their stuff. Like, I think they're going, I told you before, guys, between now and I don't know when, I think it's just the beginning of like intensity. They're trying to fight back because this is all they have in a world. Like, imagine they're like somewhat succeeding for now anyway, like they're like stupid, like school, whatever, like, oh, race, what is it called? Critical race theory. No, there's no racism in America. No, no, it doesn't, it's not true. No, you can't talk about, and they're like loving it. And so they see how far they've come. You see how far they're going. They're going to continue with this thing. They're going to continue over and over again. But it's going to go because they don't have, but that's the thing, is like, they don't, what do they stand for? They're always against something. So I'll just continue because the things, you know what I mean? The good things are going to remain. The good things are going to remain, you know, exactly, like the good things are going to remain. And like, and the young people, guys, I have faith, I really do. And I know it's hard. I mean, look at us, look at me, like, even like it's a very tough time, you know what I mean, like for everything, so many things. But But I don't want to give, again, I don't want to give them like what they say they're gonna do. They're gonna, yeah, they are. But look at them, like, have they? Look at these like Proud Boy people. Do they, they harass people? But I feel like they're not that tough. They're just not that tough. I just don't think they want, And I see Star Child says something here. Stop worrying about what they say. They get off in drawing you into their negative. Exactly. I feel like I do believe that this is true. What they really like is to see us upset. They're like, oh my God, they're freaking out, love for us. But if they actually have to get guns and fight, seriously, in a sense of a guerrilla warfare kind of situation, I don't think, I'm sorry, I don't think I just don't think they have what it takes. They just don't have what it takes. You know what I mean? Like they're like, I want to cry. Like they're trolls. I think what they're really good at is trolling. And so like, they don't really have anything to stand for. They just like they're both trolls and they make a lot, guys. It's a huge career out there. If you want to be like some kind of like right-wing troll, I'm sure you could. It's very easy have you noticed, like, it's so easy to make money because there's all these billionaires or whatever, whoever, like people paying them. Like, look at like Rittenhouse. Somebody's paying for his legal bills. There's all kinds of experts working for Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, he's not wealthy by any means, but suddenly he's a hero to them. Like, oh, look at them. Like, he's so, so okay, like, and again, I don't think, I just feel like Morrissey had posed a question, why isn't he was like, what's it called? Why aren't they immediately arrested? I mean, I think they would prefer if they were arrested, actually, but you can't. They have to say that you're going to do some kind of civil war. I don't even think it's like, can you arrest somebody for that? You know? Exactly, exactly. They're not that guys, I'm seriously, put them next to one of these like legit like terrorist kind of groups like Hezbollah. They're gonna, like, the next day they're all dead. Like they're guys, I'm sorry, those people are not tough. I don't think they're tough, like really tough. Are they really tough? No. They just like those people, guys, they have a gun. I have a gun. I have a gun. I have gun. I have gun. Okay. Okay. Remember, Mary Lilla is saying, actually, today is a victory. Our side won today. It will keep winning. They don't have artillery, helicopter, military budget. Exactly. No, this is so true, guys. We have to repeat it. We have to say it. The things that are working. Okay. And again, we can't, unfortunately, I agree in some ways, like theoretically, that it would be nice if they were all arrested, but we can't, it's not going to be easy if you arrest them for, you can't, for saying that like you're going to start a civil war is one thing. Another, it's like, I guess if you have, I'm sure there's like some kind of law, like, you know what I mean, like, how they stop, I forgot the other day, some people were indicted because they wanted to I forgot, it was some kind of terrorist act, like put, I don't know, poison water or something like that. Do you remember this recently? One of these white supremacists like did that, so they got 20 years in prison for that. But I think they have to catch recordings. It's not so simple. Like, if someone's like, if I say, look, I'm not going to civil war, okay, um, I don't think a person can be arrested. I think you need something more concrete to say, like, we're gonna go to this thing, we're gonna kill somebody, we're gonna like, like that's. I think you need something more, like, right, like, otherwise it's if because the problem is like the right wing will like, they're gonna, oh, look at they went after us just because we said, are you fighting with, was it my First Amendment rights? Huh? Huh? So but I'm guys, I feel good, even though it is a weird time. Okay, can I tell, there's a Brazilian, it's funny. Okay, my brothers fought wars on the ground, they're tough now. This exactly, Mary Lou, exactly. Exactly. So okay, so okay, so guys, okay, something I'm thinking about, it's kind of funny, like, oh, not funny. So there's a Brazilian astrologer. I don't like to, no, I'm not watching anything. I'm like preoccupied by my own problems lately. But like, there's a Brazilian astrologer because I was watching the Brazilian astrologer because I don't know, probably don't know this. There's a Brazilian singer who's 26. She died in a plane crash. And like, her style of music is not necessarily a style of music that I like, but she was like such a she was almost like the Brazilian Adele, something like that. But she was so likable, and it was, I think, in some ways even better than Adele because her music was very like real, quote unquote. and she died, and she came like from nothing, and like her music is very popular, like it's sort of like Brazilian country music, if there is such a thing. And I was like, oh my God, I was so sad that she died like at 26. She was like the most successful singer. She made so much money. It was crazy. Because it's so interesting. It's this whole Brazil that I never, because I'm a coastal person, Brazil, whatever, right? Like I'm not like a country person, but like I loved it. Like everything about her. She died. I was like, oh, it's devastating because she was such a great person. Like, it's when good people die, it's very upsetting because you're like, why are the evil people alive? It makes no sense. Like, why is God taking these people? Sometimes it's hard. But anyway, so I was watching the guy. He was like, the 19th is gonna be really bad. And I remember he said something about the 4th of November. And that's when I was having, I've been like really pretty. It's not good for me lately, right? This situation, but the 19th is gonna be really bad. So I just think it's like he was saying this is like this time of like real darkness. But I think eventually we're gonna be okay. It's just that I think it's like the last breath of these people. And he said something like terrorist attacks, even like stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Mary Lila. Her name was Marilia. Marida Mendonça. That was her name. Marilia. So, so it was like so sad, honestly. Sad for no, really, really sad for her, like for her family, and like she had a baby, like a 2-year-old. I think it was 2 or 1, even like very young baby. So sad. Like I don't know, guys. Isn't it sad? Like when good people die, I'm just like I can't. It's very upsetting to me. I'm like I don't know. Um, so anyway, so it's just like he was saying that this astrologer. So let me ask, because again, guys, like I said, it's not that again, I obviously don't believe the talking points, but I'm just like I think it's possible they're gonna try. This is the time where they're gonna try to act like they're tough, but I don't think they're gonna succeed. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna succeed. Okay, and I have a question. I'm gonna ask a question. So what about the stuff they're planning versus like Oklahoma City bombing? They're not as good. They guys, and I have a question. What about Oklahoma City bombing and the time that we're living now? What is the difference? What is the difference? Oh, it's interesting. It's saying that at the time that Oklahoma City bombing happened, it was very like that guy was very focused. He's like this, the guy who committed the crime. Like he's like, I'm gonna do this. He's very organized, very cold. That's the worst type of people. And now it's like a pop thing. It's like, ooh, hashtag evil, like whatever. So it's kind of like so it's saying that now it's like it's bigger, but it's also weaker because that's the thing. When stuff is public, in a weird way, it also dissipates the power. When something is mature, it's kind of like a fruit in a weird way, right? Like when it's mature, it's also dying. Interesting, like in a kind of interesting how it is, right? Like so. Okay, so Jada, okay, Jada, 19th is Fumu. On that day, 45's luck is over. Jupiter moves out of his chart where he's been protected. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what happens then with the 19th of the full moon. Okay, so what happens? What happens then is like it's over. But it's saying that it's those people, guys. I see the people with the guns, okay, but they're not. I don't feel like they succeed. They may try many things, but I don't feel like they succeed. And guys, I know it sounds crazy to say this, but I feel like what happened on January 6th, we were protected. The plan was going to make it was going to be worse. I think in a weird way we were, and it doesn't seem like that, but I think we were protected. I think we were protected that nothing, even worse could have happened. It didn't happen. I think we really were like, honestly. So I feel like the same way those people are gonna try, but I don't think they're so tough. No. And I see like a press conference. Okay. I think it's possible again, they could try to do something, but I don't think they will ultimately succeed. It's gonna be a small thing. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So what happens next? Okay, guys, because again, guys, like I was telling you, I'm gonna move. So I'm gonna be a little like off schedule. I'm gonna put my stuff in storage. I have to pick the date exactly, but probably November 29th or something. But until then, it's gonna be kind of intense. But what happens next now that I may not be on here on Monday. So what happens next? More indictments. Mark Meadows, fake sealed. And then so what happens the 19th that Trump is like no longer protected. It's all the lawsuits. And he's saying what's her name? My friend. I was AG James, she could start going after him. Okay. Few shoes dropped. Is that you meaning like a few shoes dropped? What is that? I'm sorry. What the expression? Okay. Waiting for the other shoe, something to happen. Exactly. That's right. So exactly. So exactly. Some things happened. Yeah, but I think, guys, I see them truly like the rats. I see that them like waiting for like, oh, what's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen? Like, oh, and they start to lose. It's almost like they lose the communication, the ability to control the conversation. And it's saying that even the media that is anti-Biden, which seems to be like a lot of people, they're gonna be lost. Like, what am I? What are we gonna accuse him of? Like, what? Like it's like he's doing so well. Oh my God. What? Okay, so and I do think that this is going to be encouraging for Democrats because they're going to do polls that are going to show that people were waiting for this action. You have to be tougher. The other day we talked about the Virginia guy, but I'm not saying, guys, there's a lot of interesting comments from you guys about Virginia, how bad the guy is and how he's evangelical and all that, but still, I think it's really good for Democrats to be tough, to be, to act like to lunar eclipse, lots of hidden secrets. Okay, expose. Yeah, so like you have to like do it. You have to do it. Okay. So, okay. All right. So guys, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go because I think that's it, right? I don't think there's more to cover. It's been an hour. I said it's an hour already. And I didn't have stories. So okay, so I feel like we kind of have this, it's not gonna be pretty. And so yeah, I don't know, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna announce things a little bit later when I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Okay. So all right. So I'm gonna talk to you soon. Okay. I'm gonna soon. I really very soon. I'm gonna talk to you next week at some point. Okay. That's it. Okay. So yeah. So it's good, guys. It's good, and I think it's gonna continue to be good for us. Like Mary Lilla said earlier, didn't she say something like, "Where's our side is winning? Our side is winning." Right. So it's gonna continue. Okay. Yes, it's very nice to see you guys, and thank you again. Okay, and I'll be back. Back soon. Okay. All right. Okay. Love you. Okay. Bye. Bye.